Yeah, well, let's just welcome everybody first, and thanks for being willing to make a sudden turn to Zoom instead of at the sanctuary. Infinite possibilities, right? So we have done some adapting. We've recorded some things that we're dropping in so that we have a better quality of sound. And we're going to start out with Holy, 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 which was recorded during the pandemic. And we brought it back for this circumstance. So you're muted, but since you're muted, you can sing along and just at the top of your lungs and embrace the holiness of you.
Okay, let me pull that up.
Holy, holy, holy. I am. 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 I claim my power to change the world. Change it with love. Change it with love. I claim my power to change the world. And so it is. And so it is. I claim my power to change the world. Change it with love. Change it with love. I claim my power to change the world. And so it is. And so it is. I claim my power to change the world. Claim my power to change the world. Change it with love. I claim my power to change the world. And so it is. And so it is. Holy, holy, holy. I am. Holy,
do miss you guys.
Oh, that was so beautiful. It's like we hold each other through all the times, right? So we're Wild Soul Sanctuary, and Zoom isn't going to stop us from expressing. So Nico's going to unmute everybody, and let's hear those howls.
Ooh.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Wild Dog Sanctuary.
So if you haven't already done it, put your names in the chat, and hopefully everybody's got some hot chocolate. This is kind of a mandatory ceremony we're having here. So, keeping us warm as we go through it. Let's say our mission statement together. We are a vibrant, welcoming, multi-generational, prosperous community, embodying love and awakening spiritual consciousness. Yay. So we're going to have to do celebrations a little bit differently. Can you put them in the chat for us? And everybody get on chat and see what everyone is celebrating. Let's see. Judy Martin is happy to be at home. April is celebrating church and jammies. Dave is celebrating Grace. She hurt her knee real bad, but she's pushing on and enjoying Florence. She'll be home Thursday. Celebrate my supportive unity community as I navigate some unexpected changes in my life, from Leah. Amandine and Judd are celebrating being back in the US and with all of us. Amandine and Judd are two of our new members, and I'm going to introduce them next week when hopefully we're all back in person. But there they are right there. So Naomi is celebrating not working today. Carol is celebrating us, loves this community so much. Oh, Allie has been asked to put a compilation of prayers that she's done together. That sounds wonderful. Lisa Gottwald is sharing so many tears, gratitude, love for all of you, all that is, the wonder and beauty of this life experience, celebrating the beauty of winter in Colorado with the San Juan Mountains. And Donna is celebrating her flute student is willing to drive through Snowmageddon to have a lesson with her later today. Whoa. Celebrating increased snowpack, grateful for this community, celebrating her new home in this snow. That's Kristen Lucas. Lisa is celebrating that Grant had a bad car accident in the snow and his car is totaled, but he is seemingly okay. So yay, Grant. Celebrating being back in beautiful Oregon with our amazing community. That's Wendy Wilson. Chris, his wife and he had wanted to take dance lessons. So last week he decided to start fulfilling that bucket list item. Rachel is celebrating being back on track with practicing the presence every day and experiencing the fruit of that. And Rachel is down in California, so we're glad you can be joining us. And Dave is celebrating that snow is temporary. Yes, indeed. Okay. And the earth has got a celebration too. In one of Africa's last great wildernesses, a remarkable thing has happened. The scimitar-horned oryx, once declared extinct in the wild, is now classified only as endangered. It's the first time the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, the world's largest conservation organization, has ever moved a species on its red list from extinct in the wild to endangered. The recovery was the result of conservation work of zoos around the world and also game breeders in the Texas Hill Country who kept the oryx alive while the governments of Abu Dhabi and Chad worked together on a reintroduction program. Wow, isn't that amazing? So celebrating that. So let's do some announcements. We've got a bunch of stuff going on. The sound bath is not going on. That's canceled for this evening. But all of our hardy men are going to be meeting tomorrow at 6, unless they're not. And I guess Dan will let them know. The women's group has got a bunch of stuff going on. So check the website for all the details on this stuff. The Beatles sing along. This is this Wednesday. So you can come along and sing all those songs that you remember. And Dave is amazing on the piano and makes anybody sound good. Jericho Road. So we can imagine now so easily as we walk out of our door and just freeze standing on our doorstep, what it's like for the people who don't have a house right now and are outside. Hopefully finding shelter somewhere, but we can help as we come back in. Go through your warm clothes that you're not using and bring some. And there's a bucket, a blue bucket in the lobby, and bring some things to put in there. Margaret works with this population and she's going to bring them all. So book discussion. This is happening through COCC for the Season of Nonviolence. I've started reading the book. It's really good. And but it's not a quick read. So get a copy of it now and join me in at Unity. Will be one of the locations that all the people around the town are reading it, will be coming to for discussion. Sylvia's teaching a couple of classes on metaphysics. She has a master's in metaphysics through Unity. And so those are going to be great classes, and they're on Zoom, so you don't have to travel. This is a new class, and really this was based on some of the feedback from the town hall. There are a lot of people that are new to our community, and they're asking about, well, what is Unity anyway? And so I'm starting a class, and they're at noon. You can come 4 days in a row. 4 weeks in a row on the same day. In the evening class, it's going to be 4 different nights because we have so much going on. So all the details are in there, but it's going to be about what Unity offers to help you grow spiritually. So I hope a lot of you will attend. Spirit groups. So we've got Soundtrack of Our Lives is happening, but they are going to postpone because they only got a couple of signups for it. So that's the thing with these spirit groups. You have to sign up quickly so you get a spot, and also so people know who are hosting that you're interested. So they're going to wait for nicer weather in March. Compassionate Communication has 1 spot left, and there's a new group that's happening in Redmond, and that one is, let me see, it's called And the Happiness We Find, Things We Cannot Change. The 5 things we cannot change and the happiness we find by embracing them. So the details of that are on the website. One More Weekend for God of Carnage. They had to cancel yesterday as well, but hopefully they'll be back Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and you will join it. I heard from Eric and Diane, who were helping with the refreshments, that it was really a good play. So check it out. This is our QR code for prayer. Okay, so click on this right now, and either the link or the QR code, and let's take some time to put our prayer claims in right now. Let's everybody do it. And we're going to give you some time to just be in the silence and add your prayers. At Unity, we don't We don't beg an outside power. Instead, we bring ourselves into alignment with the all, and we claim that whatever appears to be outside of us is inside of us. Whatever appears to be amiss in the world is really how we are seeing it, and there is a higher way to see it, but we can't always see that. And so when we pray, we ask for help to see it differently. And we have a dedicated prayer team. They will respond to you. They'll give you a call, they'll give you a text, they'll give you an email, and they love to do it. It's such a privilege for us to pray with you. So please take your time right now and fill out your prayer claim form. Leah put the link in the chat if you need that. Nico, you want to go ahead and play the song?
Let's sing the first song. It's called Moon.
Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I am. Breathe in and know I am. Let still and know I am. Let go and know I
And let's just pray together now. I want to especially hold in prayer two members of our community. One is Elaine Cornick, who fell and broke her hip 2 days ago, and she's in surgery right now. And the other one is Daniel Reeder and Carrie Barrett. Daniel had a heart attack on Thursday night and died. And so Carrie is learning to live without her 20-year partner. And Daniel is someone who made a tremendous mark on our community in a very short time. And so I know he's going to be tremendously missed in his physical form. And I also know that he's going to be showing up in his non-physical form. And so we just hold in prayer these beloveds. And we claim that all is right in their worlds and in our world. We hold all of the people that are in our hearts right now who are dealing with situations that may seem more than they can manage. And we claim that circumstances are not the highest truth. Our divine essence is the highest truth. And it is always speaking through us, giving us the guidance and direction that we need, giving us the strength that seems like it's out of our reach, and yet it's our essence. Whatever it is that we need, or those in the world that we pray for need, it is all there in full supply at all times. And we claim that we and they are finding it now. And for this, we are so grateful. And so it is. So now we're going to move into some music with Victor.
Auspicious as the causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in you being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead with the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, that you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the one that you follow. Whoa. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I ain't be sad without you. Want you to have it all, oh, I want you to have it all. Want you to have it, want you to have it. May you be as fascinating as a slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions, no immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. May you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own each moment to the next. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the one that you follow. The hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I ain't be sad without you. Want you to have it all, oh, I want you to have it all. Want you to have it, want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it all. All you can imagine, oh, no matter what what your path is. If you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, 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 raise your glasses. Go, 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 you can have it all. I toast you. Here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I ain't be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it all. Want you to have it. Want you to have it all. Here's to the good times that we're gonna have.
Oh, that was beautiful. Victor, thank you for recording that for us. And so now I get to introduce Reverend Tamera Schmidt. She is my friend, and she is such an amazing woman. She is also responsible for us being on Zoom today because, unlike me, she thinks about details and plans ahead. And so she gave me a call, and we decided that this was a no-brainer to stay safe and warm and sipping on hot chocolate. What I love about Reverend Tam more than anything is her willingness to just be this channel of good wherever she can be used. And she's always saying to me, what can I do? How can I be of service? She doesn't have ego in the game. She's just expressing her divinity so beautifully. She has so much wisdom and so much compassion that is clearly comes from a life where she's had to go through difficult things, and she's come through. She's come through with empathy and wisdom, and we get to be part of that. She most recently did the Mike Dooley training on infinite possibilities and became a trainer for that. And so we're going to get to share in some of that wisdom today. And I'm just so excited to have you here and know that you're an ongoing part of our community. So let's welcome Reverend Tam.
Thank you, Jane. What an introduction. I think I'm done. Everybody have a good day. I'm out. So I want to go back to Victor's song. When we originally thought that we were all going to be in person, with some of you joining us online, the speaker gets to choose 2 songs, and there's usually one right before and then right after. And that particular song, written by Jason Mraz, you know, I kind of think of it's being what the universe, what spirit is singing to you. We want nothing but good for you. We want nothing that is amazing for you. And that's why we're all here. It's the journey to get there that is often the conversation, right? So January of 2023, I submitted my prayer claim, and Jane's already talked about affirmative prayer is a really cool practice. And, you know, we're claiming that. And I'm going to tell you exactly what the prayer was. Hey, universe, divine spirit, whoever it is that you celebrate, I want to claim 4 to 6 new clients for my company. And so it is. Now, there were a bunch of other words in there, but that's the net of the whole thing. And, you know, I'm going to have to confess, universe's response was, well, crickets. So you got to get up, keep on going. And I have often been, forever and more, it seems, a Mike Dooley fan, and I get his notes from the universe. And for all of you infinite possibility trainers that are online, could y'all drop in who Mike Dooley is, just so I'm not redundant while I'm talking about it? And so I happened to listen to something Mike was talking about, and he calls it the GPS. So when we're talking about GPS, I mean, it's a miraculous thing that GPS even exists, right? I mean, you know, we can get wherever, do whatever, and it is our guide. And so there are things that happen. Let's say I'm going to drive across states in better weather to see Allie Crane, who is online with us and is part of our community. I'm going to punch her address into my car's GPS. And then there are baby steps I'm going to need to take. We got to plan a date of when I'm showing up. I should probably pack some clothes. Gas in the car would be super as a great idea before I depart. And then I'm ready. And I get in the car, and at no time do I need to tell my GPS system, guess what? I am sitting in my driveway. The whole idea is to move forward. And a lot of us often gather up what was the past, what has been, etc. And we ruminate on that. Maybe we even claim we're going to heal from it. It's the steps forward that help us through that GPS process. And, the other thing that's really cool about what Mike's saying with this GPS idea, by the way, have you ever gone wrong on your path using GPS? Does it ever slam on the brakes for you and shout, "You bloody idiot, what is wrong with you?" No, it just gently says, "Take a U-turn at the next exit." Many of us, when we're working on our affirmative prayers and all, we're busy yelling and screaming at ourselves. Or sometimes we have friends that are good at helping us scream at us too. But none of that is relevant. It's just a gentle way to course correct and move on. So having heard this, I decided to do a course correction, and I went back and submitted a second affirmative prayer. And it said, I'm looking it up, I claim an openness to all forms of abundance that allow me to make a difference, love what I do, and so it is. And I have to tell you, that prayer changed everything. When I talk about it changing everything, we have some research that I want to share with you. So, quite accidentally, I decided to go on a Facebook science project in 2023. And although I think many of you that are familiar with Facebook know the algorithms are rather negative in nature and trying to figure out how to sell you something for something you've posted, etc. But Facebook is also a really powerful tool to gather together small groups and continue conversations, do instant message in the back, etc. And I decided that all of 2023, I was going to test the theory that energy attracts and that we can be positive and multiply our energy, our willingness, what we can possibly do to see the infinite possibilities in our lives and the lives of others. So here's some interesting statistics. Never once did I post, well, okay, there's a lot of animal posts and snow posts and stuff like that, but the rest is all very affirmative things. And I began the year with maybe 400 people that were connected with me. I ended the year with close to 3,000 people connected to me and 10,000 reshares of positive stuff that I posted. If ever we wanted to know that we can overcome an algorithm of the next shoe is going to drop and it's going to be negative, etc., we can by pulling together our positive vibrations, our energy, our intentions, and our thoughts. And so it just kind of turned out that the response to my prayer was a calling to become a member of the Infinite Possibility training community. And the background I have here is actually what you get to use if you become a crew member for a future event. So I'm all in. By the way, it was all on Zoom, and there's got to be at least 35 hours of it. And I'm thinking, oh boy, I have to tell you, best energy hit I have had in decades. It's an amazing experience. In the end, we're maybe day 2. Mike Dooley's on, and he is sharing his story. And he literally says, I got my start speaking in unity communities in Florida. And he goes on and tells bits and pieces of that story. And he ends it with a funny remark from somebody like me who understands unity. And he says, you know, those IPpies, which is the term for infinite possibility certified trainers, are a lot like those people at Unity. Now, here's my giggling, because obviously I know a lot about Unity principles. Turns out Unity's been around a lot longer than Mike Dooley has. And in fact, they began the definition of what Unity was going to become in the 1800s. And Charles and Myrtle built out this incredible practice that really does go hand in hand with the term that we infinite possibility trainers use all the time, is there are infinite possibilities to connect with spirit, with the universe, however, to get to the outcome that you most wanted. Well, that got me thinking. What are some of our unity practices that are absolutely why Mike felt so at home in the Unity churches of Florida? And I think I've heard many other places in the world. How about our affirmative prayer? Let's just start right there, where we're claiming that which we want. The other obvious one is that if you haven't learned about her, Charles and Myrtle had a great granddaughter named, I'm going to get it right this time, Connie Fillmore. And Connie went in the 1990s and rewrote a number of our practices that came out as the 5 principles for spiritual living. Let me review the first 3 and see if you're not understanding why these things make so much sense together. Principle 1, God is absolute good everywhere present. Principle 2, human beings have a spark of divinity within them. Their very essence is of God, and therefore they are inherently good. And the third one is human beings create their experiences by the activity of their thinking. Everything that is in the manifestation realm has a beginning in thought. Well, there it is. Because for those of you that have listened or experienced or are trainers for infinite possibilities, Mike Dooley's #1 tagline is thoughts become things, choose good ones. Sounds like a pretty good idea, doesn't it? And we at Unity have so many of those practices to get us to the other side of that discussion. Well, not only do I love why it became so clear to me, and for those of you that find yourself, well, saying maybe a little less positive things to yourself. There's somebody here online that is one of my all-time favorite to kibitz and text with. And sometimes I have to ask this individual if they would talk to me the way they're talking to themselves. And in that moment, that individual is absolutely horrified because no, they love me. They adore me. They would never say such a thing to me. Then why are we saying it to ourselves? This idea that thoughts become things, choose good ones, I'm going to argue, find a way to say great ones, come hand in hand with this idea that we can affirm it, we can claim it, we can roll in it, we can celebrate it, and we can see it in someone else. Well, let's talk about the ways to get there, shall we? There was an interesting research project that was about students taking math. Now, in total confession, I hate everything math, so I was really annoyed. This was the best example I found out about. But, you know, there it is. So they took 2 groups of students, and the instructions were almost identical. The first group, we asked to simply take a math test, complete every question, be careful to write your answers. And there would be a timer, and they would get a 5-minute warning. Group 2 was given words that we would call affirming. You will be very successful. You will have the right answers present themselves. You will see yourself completing this in the time frame. All these fabulous words. And they track the results of the two groups. Group 2, not that you could be completely surprised, was wildly successful. And by the way, just those words, based on following them along, continued to perform higher on all academic activities. Interesting information, isn't it? I want to tell you, they also went back about a year later, took the original group that had the basic information and introduced new positive words for them. So their resources and their research told them that at any time we can catch up, because group 1 ended up performing just as well as group 2 once they made that slight change. When we meditate, when we say our thoughts out loud, when we use affirmative prayer, where are we identifying those amazing words to move forward? I would like now to read something about positivity, which is really what we're talking about here. And then we're going to go into meditation. But as I read this, I would like everyone in the chat to post a question or a word that matters to them, that is positive as you hear me reading it. And then during our meditation, I'm going to have Dave read some of those out loud into the meditative practice. All right. This came from the Daily Om, which is not the daily word, but that's a great unity tool too. And it says a lot of the same things. Positive thinking dramatically increases your chances of success in any endeavor. Our thoughts are not simply ethereal pieces of information that enter our minds and then disappear. The words and the ideas that we think can shape our lives and drive us towards success and happiness. How you think and feel can have a profound effect on your ability to recognize opportunity and how well you perform and the outcome of the goals that you have set for yourself. When you are sure that you are worthy and that achievement is within your grasp, you start to relax and look for solutions rather than dwelling on the problems. You're so much more likely to imagine a positive situation or an outcome. And frankly, you just disregard the thoughts related to giving up, failure, or roadblocks. Remember our GPS. You're going to continue forward no matter what happens. I'm heck bent to show up at Allie's home. So it is within your power to become as happy, content, or successful as you make up your mind to be. Staying positive may not have an immediate effect on your situation, but is likely to have a profound and instantaneous effect on your mood and the quality of your experiences. In order for positive thinking to change your life, it must become your predominant mindset. Once you are committed to embracing positive thinking, you'll start believing that everything is possible. So if you'll close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath in and breathe out any fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Now, please breathe in again and bring the joyous light of technology that we can all be connected. All the most amazing words that really just explode through your heart and soul and make you so aware that you are thrilled to be alive. And as I continue to talk, I'm going to ask if Dave sees any words in the chat that we're going to add. I want you to see yourself able to find a positive thought on one of those days that you wonder. I see each and every one of us so filled with gratitude that we got up this morning and we had heaters and we were so able to show up here and come together regardless of the circumstances. I see all of us filled with joyous knowing that the universe will provide. Dave, what other words have we got here?
Got inspiration, acceptance, gratitude, the everything, joy, divinity, opportunity, love, loving prosperity, endurance, serendipity, creativity, worthy, choose, choice, sorry. And then choices, and motivation, confidence, sing through it, gratitude, open door to wonder and awe, kindness, believing that everything is possible, synergy, healing, compassion, gratitude, yes, most benevolent outcome, grace, receiving, and trust me.
Let those words flow through you, around you. If there is a word that you hadn't thought of, grab it and make it your own. Because what we know beyond a shadow of a doubt is each and every one of you are the most divine, perfect image that the universe ever intended you to be. And I want you to breathe in and fill every chakra of your body with the light of love and knowing that you are so deserving. And so it is. And when you're ready, please return by opening your eyes so I know you're back. Oh, doesn't that feel amazing? That is the infinite possibilities we're talking about. It is those words that we can use to have our thoughts become things and choose great ones. Now, I want to go back to the very beginning and mention that little prayer that I put out there, prayer number 2, mind you. So if you remember, prayer number 1 was a bunch of clients for my personal company as soon as possible. I didn't put that in there, but that really was what I was thinking. I want you to know that when I opened up the prayer and I affirmed it and I let it happen however it was going to. How many of you, I'm guilty of it, I want it here, I want it now, and I want it my way. I think that's a very common way we see our prayers. And the thing is that the universe knows nothing about time. And by the way, it may want something so much bigger than what we wanted to claim in the first place. So I told y'all the prayer was abundance. I also said making a difference and loving what I do. Well, the first opportunity came for far less money than I would make with my corporate clients. But do you know what it gave me? An opportunity to work alongside some of the coolest people I've ever met, to be learning and growing. And by the way, I get emails from those clients all the time that I made a difference, which I think was in that prayer in the first place. The second thing that I never saw coming was to join Mike Dooley's Infinite Possibility training team. I have to tell you, I have never felt so loved however I show up in my entire life. And you would hear a lot when we're practicing to put on a new event, all is well, And I have to tell you, I started adding that to my vocabulary for every single day when I was panicking or worrying, or back to, okay, prayer, I've got a timeline. What's going on here? The next thing that would happen, and remember, abundance can mean a lot of things. I have an abundance of new friends. I have abundance of new things I was learning. I have abundance of new clients that don't look anything like the clients I thought, along with working beside people that I get to fall in love every day because they have something amazing to share or do with me. The financial first piece of that prayer, frankly, didn't even come in until June, half a year later. And by the time I ended the year, my abundance model gave me things I never had on my roadmap. So I invite all of us to think again and again about allowing the universe, divine spirit, Gus, to provide for something bigger than we ever imagined. Now, I even, and you can claim it, I am open to receiving it. I am open to every part of the journey you want to give to me. We can add with grace, with flow, with gentleness. Now, hanging out with my Infinite Possibilities community, I also started, and Allie Crane too, who is both community and unity. There's another line at the end of the prayer that I never had used in my entire life. Ready for it? It's easy. Or better. Or better. Can you imagine asking the universe for whatever we think we want or need, and then adding or better, and then standing back and being amazed and surprised? Well, I think it's pretty clear why Infinite Possibilities is the term for Mike's program, because it's really what we're saying to the universe. I am open to infinite possibilities to get to my highest self, to my best self, to make a difference. And I will let you lead, and I will claim it to be so. And so it is. I decided to add a tagline at the end of this discussion. Let's see if you like it. My new tagline, between all of our unity principles and the time I spend with Infinite Possibility trainers, trainees, community itself, is now, your words are the things that allow your thoughts to grow wings. Thank you for joining me today.
All right. Thank you so much, Reverend Tam. That was just a beautiful, beautiful talk, and so practical. I can see the chat is blowing up with appreciation for you. So you can't hear the applause, but you can see it if you get on the chat. And thank you, everybody, for adding your comments into the chat. I hope that this is going to be something that you will take to heart. Your I am is so powerful. It's what you are declaring out into the world. And so choosing good words, as Reverend Tam was talking about, is the turnkey to your new life. So you start there and you let yourself feel it and grow into it. So thank you for everything that you shared, Reverend Tam. That was beautiful. And thank you all for being here. I would like to invite you. Usually, if we are live, we're asking people who are new to raise their hand. And so instead, maybe you could put it in the chat and say, first time here, where you are in the world, because that's the beautiful thing about Zoom, is that we can beam in from everywhere. So let us see where you are. Not new, not even close, says Dave, who's a founding member. Okay, Dave, you have to. We know that's true about you, and we so appreciate your consistency through the years. Anybody else who's new? I'm just looking here to see. Well, you can add it in. I'm going to keep moving on. So this is a time when we get to do an offering. And this is something that sometimes people are reluctant to even hear this part. They go into their money stories about, oh, I'm being asked for money, here it is. But this is an opportunity. Let's think in these infinite possibility terms. I am prosperous. So say that to yourself right now. I am prosperous. I am the stream of abundance that flows through all that is. Say that one to yourself. I am the stream of abundance that flows through all that is. And so when you make a donation, you do it because you align with whoever it is that you're making a donation to, in this case to Unity, but you do it from the place of abundance. If you do it from a place of, oh, you're looking in your wallet and you don't have very much in your wallet or in your checking account or wherever you're looking, and you're in a place of not enough, that's the message that you are projecting out into the cosmos. I am not enough. Cancel that thought. That is not true. The truth of every single one of us is that we are not just enough, we are the flow of abundance. We are that stream. We are benefactors of the cosmos. And so it isn't so much about the amount that you donate, it's about the exercise, the practice of coming from abundance. And so if you sit there and say, oh, I already gave to this, or I don't have enough, or blah, 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 blah. We all have more than enough excuses. But right now, I'm going to invite you. We make it easy for you. You can just get on your phone and text it. You can click on the link and donate and just give something. Give something that says, I am the stream of abundance flowing through all that is. If this community is something that has nourished you and you want to see our territory expanding, so to speak, you want to see us have the ability to reach more, to change more lives, then your money is energy that fuels that transformation, that puts more good into the world. So think about that as you're making your donation. We are so appreciative of every one of you, of just your being here in this Zoom room today. Your being, if you're watching this later on, even though you weren't in the Zoom room when it was happening, you're still, there's no time, space that limits us because we're part of the all that is beyond it. And so we are so appreciative of your generosity and your knowing who you are. So thank you for that. I also just want to thank those who have started recently giving on a recurring basis, because that really helps us when we know we can count on that. We have so many plans and ideas, and they take money. And so if you're doing something on a regular recurring basis, then we know, okay, we've got at least this much we can count on. So if you're not doing that, I'd really invite you to step into that. And let's bless the offering together. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in this world, and they return to us multiplied abundantly. And so it is. I want to thank everybody who has been here today. Most especially, I want to thank Nico, who is the man behind the scenes here, and he's putting up the slides and, making so much possible. He worked with the musicians to get us music for this experience today, and of course Reverend Tam, who did such a wonderful job, and all of you who made it possible, because this would have been zero fun if we were just doing it by ourselves. You as a community bring the fullness to who we are and what we have. So we have a prayer that we say at the end. This is our prayer of intention. And it's our idea of how we go out into our week. And so again, thoughts are things, and these are good ones. So really take them in as you say them together. And when we're finished with that, we'll leave some time on the Zoom for everybody to chat with each other and, kind of create that foyer experience that we all enjoy. So our prayer of intention: holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in joy to bless the world with my loving light. So it is. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for being here. Be sure to stay on Zoom for a little bit.